son of a retired New York City police lieutenant and the second of 6 children. Andy moved to Arizona in 1979 and worked in banking and real estate lending for 13 years in the Phoenix metropolitan area. In '93, he moved to the Prescott area and started his own employee benefits company known as TLC Employee Benefits and Consulting, which he still owns and operates. He was elected to District 1 in the Arizona House of Representatives in 2006 and re-elected in 2008, 2010, and 2012. Before serving as Speaker, he was elected by his peers to serve as Majority Whip and Majority Leader. And he was re-elected Speaker of the House in the 51st Legislature to lead Arizona and the nation in job growth, economic recovery, and fiscal discipline. In his leadership role, Speaker Tobin leveraged the skill, experience, and innovation as his work to ensure Arizona's standards of education, public safety, and economic prosperity. Speaker Tobin has been a trusted friend of the aacm, speaking at our day at the Capitol, judging our gym awards, and speaking at our luncheon. It is my pleasure to introduce Speaker Andy Tobin.
Thank you, everybody. Good to be here. Our country's having some problems out there, as you might imagine. It used to be that I was worried about a crisis a week, so I didn't come down to a crisis a day. But as I travel around the state and I visit and I talk to groups, I get them to do a little bit of an exercise. And because I have a specific ask for you today. It's not for me, not for Dr. Meyer, not for the Republican Party, it's not for the Democrat Party. It's kind of for America. Besides that, we're almost done eating. So I'm going to ask you all to very briefly stand up and show you something. I know there's always a lot of moments, and the kids that come to the Capitol do this. Okay, so now we're all standing up. I'm going to pick on a group, and I'm going to have this side of the room sit back down. You guys stay still. They're down now. Now I'm going to have the center sit down. You guys can sit down. These two rows, because they're not here. And I'm sorry to do this to you over there, because you're the last group standing. But if the last 5 rows, 5 tables, if the first 5 tables over. Good, that's good. One more. Okay, now I want everyone to see who's left standing. Here, these are the people making all the choices for everyone else. That'll work. You can sit down. Thank you for my little demonstration. So here's the deal. So I have second graders come to the Capitol. I have them on the floor of the House. And I've done this with them. Half of the people that sat down first don't even register to vote. The other half that I had to sit down second, they don't vote, but they're registered. And that means that only half of what's left is making all the choices. So the truth is our nation's in trouble. We are not leaving a better nation to our children than what we were given, and you all know it. Republican, or Democrat, or Independent, or Green. People need to register to vote. People are fighting for our nation on lands they've never been to, for people they've never known, for their right to vote. We have people in our HOAs, maybe in our neighborhoods, maybe even in our home, who moved here recently, or have never voted since they last moved. Americans need to engage in the process. It's easy for me for Dr. Meyer to go back and forth and have the debate of the day. Whether we want to debate education or debate immigration. But if you can imagine for a moment that there's only 4 tables in this room that make all the decisions, that makes that debate mute in the bigger picture for our nation. What I am thrilled about my relationship with this group many, many years, is you make a difference. You make a difference. You were the folks who were down at the Capitol who are helping us understand your vision. You were down there advocating for your mission, but you're not just advocating for your clients and your employees, you're advocating for a position that's very important in the state of Arizona. Our state grew because of a lot of the work that you folks do in making your communities better. They do this. So I want to say that before I forget it, my wife wants me to make sure that if anyone knows of a pool guy in his Baldwin area, please call him. Evidently, it's been windy for a few weeks up there, and I haven't been home. Their pool's a mess, and I think I have to drain it. God knows I haven't used it in 5 years anyway, I'm like, okay. So let me kind of give you a sense of what we have to do. Representative Meyer is right. Arizona was in a bad way. We had to make major cuts across the board. We had to do what you had to do. When things got tight in your home, when things got tight in your business, my guess is you probably didn't hire them. Arizona put a moratorium on hiring. You know why? We weren't sure we had payroll. That's how elite it was. Can you imagine that? State government, not sure they have payroll. We passed the bill with a moratorium on hiring. Then we stopped regulating. Maybe you probably do that too when things are tight. Maybe we shouldn't be pushing these people around. Maybe we should just see how things settle. Not make things upset the apple cart and get a sense of what's going on. Arizona's 100 years old. We thought we could quit regulating for a few years. Maybe give the business community a chance to catch up with the regulations that were there. And then what we had to do was make tough choices, just like the choices you have to make. Your kitchen table in the morning for breakfast or coffee, or your dinner table at night, we had to cut things. Because we don't print money in Arizona. It's just the way it is. Because of your help and your participation, Arizona came back. We're not where we want to be today. But considering the fact that 6 years ago we weren't sure we had payroll, to today, having Forbes magazine say that this is the best place in the next 10 years for job growth. Not second, not fifth, not 25th, but first. This happened because the business community, friends on both sides of the aisle, linked arm in arm and found a way to dig ourselves out of a hole. And we had to raise revenue. We talked to a Republican who helped support Prop 100 to raise the sales tax. And now it went away. And in its aftermath, we have been able to restore dollars back into education. We have been able to restore dollars back into our highways. You may have heard for the longest time that we have been taking money out of the highway user funds. You know, these are the community streets where you guys live. These are the places that end up with the potholes. If you're involved in these are the places where the bridge over Hell's Canyon ends up with a hole in the size of the table and you can't get out of Preston. That's what we did. We put money back in. We put money back in JT. We put money back in children. And many of us have stood for a while, and when we discovered the crisis that we had here in Arizona, we fixed it. Well, Washington fixes what they've done to the Veterans Administration. They're here in Arizona. In addition to the things that we've done down at the Capitol, we've cut taxes. I've gone down to now Mexico City twice. Hopefully we'll be going down again to open a trade office in Mexico City. Sounds strange for a guy who voted for 1070, employer sanctions, E-Verified. We're opening up a trade office in Mexico City because that's our largest international trading partner. South of this border is a world that can open up to the largest resource of capitalism the world will ever see. The next 100 years is about the Pacific Rim. Look at the globe, do the math, where are the populations, where's the trade? We are the gateway to South and Central America, right here. We cannot move forward without expanding Arizona's opportunities to the international markets for better trade, to have better jobs, to bring better and higher education here and better investments. When you now go to Mexico City and you're talking to an investment person who's looking at spending $10 to $25 million in an investment, and they're looking at Los Angeles or Phoenix or Austin, Texas, do you know who the best place is now? Right here. 4 years of economic development improvements that we made to make Arizona more competitive. We have $1 billion less in spending right now in the state government than what we did 6 years ago. And we're putting money back where it belongs. So you will hear the big cuts. You always hear about the big cuts. I was there, I told you before. We had to make tough choices. I have 5 children. They all went to public school. My daughter wants to be a math teacher. God bless her. She's got away to NAU in January. I have a daughter who's a nurse. My other son's a paramedic. For some reason, my son Michael joined my campaign. I have no idea what he's thinking. And my daughter Kelly who just moved to the East Valley. The economy's worse in rural Arizona. You know that to be true. When it takes us longer to recover, it takes us longer to encourage those investments in the rural communities. It does. We could really do better if the federal government would take their foot off the throat here in Arizona and let us grow. You cannot do what they're doing to our coal facilities and our coal communities and the Navajo Generating Station in Page, in Winslow, Arizona, in St. John's, and think that those small communities can survive. You can't. What we're hoping will happen is we'll get some sanity back in Washington so those people will do what we did when Arizona was in crisis. Stop hiring, stop regulating, leave us alone for a little bit, and let Arizona pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We've done that here before. I'm going to tell you a very good story coming off the stage, and then we're all listening. So I'm the guy whose district is Yarnell, Arizona. That's my legislative. You folks helped those people. I came here to say thank you. I know that you're friends and neighbors there. I know you raised money, and I know folks here did what they could to help. And when we needed some help, Washington left us standing high and dry. The governor was in my town in Prescott, our airport in Lovefield in Prescott, the next day, signing an executive order for emergency services. The president didn't. But what I'm going to tell you is what I believe Arizona really is. I think it reflects what you folks do. When I had to tell those people in Yarnell there was no hope coming from Washington, they told me that's okay. We don't need their help. We'll pull ourselves up with the help of our friends in Arizona. That's what they said to me. I wanted to share that with you today, that our future is bright because of who we are, because of what we believe, because of how hard we work. And we believe here that a good day's work is honorable. It's honorable. And extending a good job to someone is something that you folks are doing all the time. So I wanted to thank you. It's probably my last chance to talk to you while I'm still in the state legislature. I'm in my 8th year. I can't believe it. I don't know where the hair went, but I know I didn't hide it. But at the end of the day, it's been an incredible experience for me. And it's been an incredible experience because I've gotten to know good and decent people like yourselves who go back home to their communities, love their families, and work very hard to make Arizona a better place. Let's make America a better place. Let's get people.